So good morning students, you are once again welcome in social science lecture. Today we will continue with our chapter number 5 of geography, agriculture, the types of farming. So today we are going to study about some other types of farming which are part of commercial agriculture. Uh, we can first start with mixed farming. Okay, so what is this mixed farming? Farming which involves the cultivation of crops and the rearing of animals. Okay, cultivation of crops and the rearing of animals on the same farm is called mixed farming. Okay, major crops include wheat, barley, oats, ragi, maize, and root crops. Fodder crops are important components of mixed farming. Animals reared on these farms include cattle, pigs, sheep, and poultry. So you can see that in mixed farming, we do both the things. We also cultivate the crops, and at the same time, on the same field, we are rearing the animals. So we will grow food crops for humans and also for the animals. So the food grown for the animals is known as fodder. Okay, we call it fodder and the fodder crops. Okay, so there is an info capsule. Let's see what is this, what it contains. So the British established large tea gardens in India and Sri Lanka, rubber plantations in Malaysia, and sugarcane and banana plantations in West Indies. Okay, so wherever the you read in the last lecture that the plantation farming was introduced by the colonial powers in their respective colonies. So in India they established the tea gardens. In Sri Lanka they established rubber plantation. Sri Lanka and India tea gardens, rubber plantation in Malaysia, and sugarcane and banana plantations in West Indies. Now characteristics features of this mixed farming. What are the different characteristic features of the mixed farming? Let's read about them. So mixed farming is practiced in highly developed countries of northwestern Europe, eastern North America, parts of Eurasia, and parts of South America and Africa. Okay, in these areas, in these parts of the world, the mixed farming is done. It requires a large capital investments for machinery, building, and infrastructure. Chemical fertilizers and green manure is used on the farms to maintain soil fertility. Okay, note down this chemical fertilizers. Okay, what we were doing in slash and burn, we were just leaving the soil so that it can regain its fertility in 4 5 years. But here, what we are doing today, we are using chemical fertilizers and green manures to green manures are used in very less quantity in very less area. Mainly we are using the chemical fertilizers, okay, to increase the fertility of the soil. Farmers are highly skilled and agricultural expertise is used in these farms. Okay, farmers are very highly skilled in these countries or the areas where this type of farming is practiced. Which type of farming? The mixed farming. Next one is the dairy farming. Cattle provide us with more food in the form of milk than meat. So, nearly all commercial milk production comes from dairy farming. So, dairy farming is rearing of animals for the production of milk and also for the meat. But here, milk is the main product that we get. Okay. The main regions of cattle farming are Europe, North America. Europe and North America are the main two parts where this type of dairy farming is mainly done. The invention of the milking machine enabled 80 cows to be milked by a single worker. Okay, see this. Only one person with one machine can milk 80 cows. Can you imagine how fast it has become? The modern milking parlor equipped with year-round shelters and animal feed has made this industry very productive. So everything is automatic in these countries. Okay, the machine is feeding them, providing shelter, milking the cows. Everything is done automatically with machines. The quality and quantity of milk has improved due to scientific methods of selective breeding. Selective breeding means सबसे healthy जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड जेनेटिकली पावरफुल ब्रीड होती है नस्ल होती है हम उसी को एनकरेज करते हैं उसी को बढ़ावा देते हैं उसी को पालते हैं इसलिए क्वालिटी मिल्क की क्वालिटी और क्वांटिटी दोनों में बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज देखने को मिली है डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन रेफ्रिजरेशन पॉस्चराइजेशन हैज इंक्रीज द स्कोप ऑफ डेयरी फार्मिंग अब ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इजी है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए कंटेनर्स जो है वो टोटली रेफ्रिजरेटेड है रेफ्रिजरेशन है पॉस्चराइजेशन बॉइलिंग ऑफ मिल्क टू किल द बैक्टीरिया सो इन सारी चीज़ों से अब क्या है जो स्कोप ऑफ डेयरी फार्मिंग का वो इंक्रीज हो गया मीन्स यू कैन easily benefit from this type of farming. Now main characteristics of this type of farming, dairy farming are it is highly advanced method of farming which involves efficient rearing of milch cows, milch providing milk. Emphasis is on cattle breeding, health care and veterinary services. Okay, veterinary जो doctors होते हैं उनकी services. Large capital investments are required for animal sheds, storage facilities for fodder, feeding and milking machines. So very high investment is needed. Since this type of farming involves rigorous care in feeding and milking, a lot of labor is required. Moreover, there is no off season as animals require proper care all the year round. So आपको पता है कि पूरा साल जानवरों को देखभाल की जरूरत है इसलिए यहाँ पर कोई भी ऑफ सीजन नहीं होता ओके सो देयर इज नो ऑफ सीजन in this industry. These farms are found close to urban and industrial areas which provide ready markets. Okay, so they are close to urban and industrial areas which provide ready markets for milk and dairy products. Next is horticulture. So what is horticulture? Horticulture is a specialized type of farming lays emphasis on the growth of high value crops such as vegetables. Okay, so vegetables, fruits and flowers. इन सब की खेती को हम क्या बोलते हैं हॉर्टिकल्चर ओके ये हमारा हॉर्टिकल्चर so these are sold in thickly populated urban areas. It is largely practiced in northwest Europe, northeastern US, and Mediterranean regions. The Netherlands is famous for the cultivation of flowers and horticulture crops. So इसमें जो सबसे पॉपुलर कंट्री है हॉर्टिकल्चर में स्पेशली फॉर फ्लावर्स विच इज मैडेर न्यूजीलैंड और नीदरलैंड्स. Okay. Now next is farming, cattle farming. अभी हमने डेयरी फार्मिंग के बारे में पढ़ा था जो जिससे अब इसमें हमें कैटल फार्मिंग में डेयरी भी डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स भी वो हम सिर्फ डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए यूज करते हैं. अब हम जिस कैटल की बात कर रहे हैं उसमें हम उन जानवरों की भी बात करेंगे जो हमें मीट और एग्स वगैरह देते हैं. Cattle are the world's most important agricultural animals, providing milk, meat, and muscle power. In India, cattle are used for milk and draught animals as draught animals. Today, commercial cattle farming is either intensive, as in Northern Europe, or extensive, as in North America. तो कमर्शियल कैटल फार्मिंग एक्सटेंसिव भी है कुछ कंट्रीज में कहीं पर ये इंटेंसिव है. वी विल स्टडी व्हाट इज दिस. In the East and West Africa, large numbers of cattle are raised by nomadic herdsmen. Herdsmen होते हैं जो herd को control करते हैं. Herd means group of cows, animals. Nomadic means persons used to one shift from one place to another, or the moving persons, moving tribes. Nomadic. In North Africa, Spain, America, and Australia, where land is extensively available, cattle are kept in ranches and are taken care of by cowboys. बहुत बड़े बड़े एरिया में खुले खेत होते हैं उनमें रखा जाता है एनिमल्स को. उसको हम बोलते हैं रेंच. तो यहाँ पर काम करने वाले लोगों को बोलते हैं कॉवबॉयज. उनको कंट्रोल करने वाले. ब्रिटेन तो ये कॉवबॉयज एक तरह से कौन है ये हर्ड्समैन ही. ठीक है. ब्रिटेन हॉलैंड डेनमार्क and Germany, cattle are kept indoors in winter and fed on store fodder as hay. hay जो होती है वो पराली वगैरह तूड़ी पराली को hay बोलते हैं. ठीक है. और यहाँ पर क्योंकि सर्दियों में बर्फ पड़ती है इसलिए इनको विंटर्स में कहाँ रखा जाता है इनको शेड्स में इंडोर में रखा जाता है और उनको फेड किया जाता है फॉडर जो कि स्टोर होती है. ठीक है. और कोई एंटर हुआ लगता है हमारी मीटिंग में. देखते हैं कौन है. नीरजा एंड माधव. Let me take the screenshot. So, modern intensive production requires animals to be kept indoors for most of the year. They are fed on cattle cake. Cattle cake जिसको हम हिंदी में पंजाबी में खल बोल देते हैं जो एनिमल्स को दी जाती है. So, यहाँ पर आपको कैटल को ये दिया जाता है. They are fed on cattle cake, grains, root crops, and cabbages. In the United States of America, cattle are raised intensively, especially near big cities. The two main features of this kind of farming include breed selection and scientific breeding. Heavy investment of capital is required for building machinery, veterinary services, heating and lighting. तो ठंडे देशों में ये सारी चीजें जरूरी होती हैं. Now let's see what is global connect in this regard. In UK, as per Agriculture Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1968, hot iron branding of cattle is prohibited. Hot iron जैसे हम आज टैटू बना लेते हैं ना, इसी तरह से ये जो जानवर हैं इनकी खाल के ऊपर कोई निशानी लगाना, उसको आयरन हॉट आयरन ब्रांडिंग बोलते हैं। उसमें क्या होता है कि आयरन के ऊपर जहाँ कुछ लिखा होता है, मान लो स्टैम्प टाइप, उसको बहुत ज़्यादा गर्म करके क्या किया जाता है कि एनिमल की स्किन के ऊपर लगा दिया जाता है। उससे क्या होता है कि उसके वहाँ पर एक निशान बन जाता है, उसको हॉट आयरन ब्रांडिंग बोला जाता है। सो अब जो है यूके में इसको बैन कर दिया गया है फ्रॉम 1968 अंडर द एनिमल वेलफेयर एक्ट 2006। Freeze branding is a permitted procedure for identification of cattle. It provides a permanent form of identification that is easy to read for a great distance and causes minimal damage to the hide. Research has shown it is less painful than hot branding. Freeze branding uses liquid nitrogen or dry ice. हॉट ब्रांडिंग की जगह फ्रीज ब्रांडिंग की जाती है और इसमें क्या यूज होता है, लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन और ड्राई